Okay, we know I've been pretty outspoken on the issue of Crystal Meth, and it's a problem in Fredericton, and I've been blasting the media, like when they interviewed the so-called doctor, Sarah Davidson, or other people, they always say substance abuse or drug addiction. They never say crystal meth. And I went against the media. And then, I mean, to be fair, media, they're not like some kind of pain in the ass blogger. They talk about an issue, then tomorrow they gotta go to the next issue, then they gotta go to another one. They can't focus on one issue all the time. That's my job. That's why I'm called a pain in the ass. But anyway, Laura Brown from CTV News did a story tonight, and we are going to hear it. And I'm not going to say much more, but let's listen to how CTV did.
Over the last 2 or 3 years, the use of crystal methamphetamine has risen dramatically in our region. New Brunswick may be seeing the worst of it. Desperate for help, Fredericton's police chief says enforcement can't be the only solution. Here's CTV's Laura Brown.
We had one case last week where the same individual overdosed twice within days.
Fredericton Police Chief Roger Brown says his members are seeing it more and more. Overdoses, often 4 or 5 a week, from crystal meth.
What also we're seeing, which is troublesome, is in the past when we used Narcan, it worked well. Now we're finding that there are times that the members have to use sometimes 2 and 3 doses of Narcan to try and get a response from the system or the body. That in itself is telling. That means the product is stronger.
Often other ingredients like fentanyl or carfentanil are being found in the meth. It can make a person hallucinate and suffer long-term brain damage. He says it's become the most prevalent and destructive drug the force is having to deal with.
Very hard for everybody to really wrap their head around how difficult this is, to wrap their head around the problem that's coming.
Chief Brown says it should be an eye-opener that in one seizure last week, almost $600,000 in crystal meth was found. Also in the past week, 2 different citizens stumbled upon bags of meth while out and about. According to the Atlantic Meth Strategy, of which Brown is a part of, 61% of users relapse in 1 year, even with treatment.
It's a diabolical drug.
David Kuhn says he's noticed the drug is on the rise in his riding, which includes Fredericton's downtown. He and the chief agree a specialized treatment center is needed to allow individuals a chance to get clean.
We don't have that in New Brunswick. We don't have that kind of residential treatment that can be rapidly accessed to help people get off crystal meth and make sure the services are there right for them.
Brown says about 25 to 30% of those who are homeless in the city are suffering from a meth addiction. The force would like to see better education in schools and in the community about how bad the issue can be.
Some parents would probably see a bag of crystal meth in a person's bedroom at home, one of their kids' bedroom, probably not know what it is. Find it in their pockets, not know what it is. That should not be the case.
And Todd, Chief Brown says issues like this tend to start in the west and come east, and crystal meth is no different. He says right now the issue is worse in New Brunswick, but certainly Nova Scotia is experiencing it as well. Todd.
In Fredericton, CTV's Laura.
Just put it a little back here. There we go. So, CTV, Laura Brown, that's her, and she did a good job. I thought that she would pursue the rumor that, like they're saying, a drug recovery program. They said that the rumor was that Sarah Davidson wants to buy the abortion clinic. Now, a few things in there that I've been preaching for about a year, and I tackled Dominic Carney about the issue of educating our kids about crystal meth. And Dominic Carney refused. It could be part of the job creation program by Blaine Hayes. You know, when you have a person high on crystal meth, you could increase job for social development and hospital staff and rehab centers. Who knows? And the other issue is, but like I said, they have to educate the kids in school. But Dominic Carty refused to push it. And just go to Dominic Carty and Charles O'Bloin, you'll see the videos. The other issue, when they said 30% homelessness is on crystal meth, I think the number is much higher. I would say 70% easy. So it's good that Laura Brown did the issue on crystal meth only, and other media, like especially the former Irving, what do you call them now? Irving journalists, they always talk to this. They had this so-called doctor, Sarah Davidson, on the front page, and she calls herself, what she calls herself now? Oh yeah, drug specialist or something, addiction specialist. Bullshit. And always lies, always not telling the truth to the public. But the media, local media, will talk to her before doing a story on crystal meth only. So bottom line of this, it's getting worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. David Kuhn, like they said, mentioned drug rehab center, but the only one place to put it is the old Victoria Hospital. That's the only place. That's their area. But it's going to get worse. City Motel, uptown, the guys, people on the street dancing and their pants down and hollering and screaming. But anyway, that's another issue. Focus, Charles. Bottom line, Laura Brown, CTV News, good job. And why the hell do I get involved in these things? Why?